So we're going to think spring, and we're going to make a flower picture. We want our flowers to really stand out, so we're only going to make 2 or 3 of them that take up our whole piece of paper. When we use tempera paint, we remember we don't use any water, so I'm going to use some paper towel to change colors. Let's see, I'm going to start with some magenta, and I'm going to make a flower that's really big. Let's see, this is only going to be part of my flower. When I want more paint, I just get some more. Oh, I want to switch colors. So I'm going to wipe my paintbrush on the side of the magenta. Then I'm going to wipe it on my paper towel. Then I'm going to get my next color. My next color is turquoise to give this flower some really big petals. I'm really going to think about the shape of my flower, and later I'm going to add lots of details to it. Uh-oh, look. I can't fit the whole flower on my paper. Rather than try to squeeze the petals onto the paper, I'm just going to pretend that the rest of the petals right here. Okay, I'm ready to switch colors again. I'm going to wipe my brush on the side of the turquoise, and then I'm going to wipe it on my paper towel. I think I will have a red flower right here. Here's my red flower. It'll be kind of a tulip. Looks like Mrs. Reed only might be able to fit 2 flowers on her paper. You'll have to see, maybe you'll be able to fit 3. All right, I'm not going to worry about painting the inside of my tulip yet. I'm just going to get the shape the way I want it. Maybe it looks like I have room for just a little bit of a 3rd flower. Just the very edge of the 3rd flower. So I'm going to wipe my red off on the side. Wipe it on the paper towel, and my last little hint of a flower will be right here. I wonder what kind of flower that is. That's right there. I think before I worry about the inside of my flowers, I'm going to do my stems next. I think I'll have green stems. So I'm going to get the extra paint off the side of my brush and wipe the extra on the paper towel, and then I'll get my green. Let's see, I want my stem to go all the way to the bottom of the paper. If I accidentally even go off the paper a little bit, that's okay. And after I add my stem, what should I add next? Let's see, does this guy have a stem? I think he has a stem that comes right here. Should I add some leaves to the stems? Okay, I'm gonna add a leaf right here. Look at the shape of that leaf. I'll just color it in because it's easier. Maybe I'll add a leaf right here. Maybe this flower has a leaf right here. Okay, what else could I add to the bottom of my picture? Well, I've got some green. I think I'll add some grass. Let's see. I'm gonna have some grass right there. Oh, I'm gonna make sure my grass touches the bottom too. I'm not worried about getting paint on the table. I just want to make sure it goes all the way to the bottom of my paper. Okay, I think I'm going to color the inside of my flowers. I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to wipe it on my paper towel. I'd like the inside of my flowers to look really beautiful, so I want to think about colors that will look really nice. Maybe on the inside of my flower with the turquoise petals, I'll use some yellow. Do you see how carefully I'm painting the yellow? I don't want to ruin the hard work that I did when I made my flower shape. Later, Mrs. Reed's going to be giving you a tiny brush to add even more details to your flower, but we're going to start with just the color. Let's see, I think the center of this flower will be purple. So, I gotta go all the way to the edge of the paper, right? So I'm gonna clean off my brush, wipe it on the paper towel, and get some purple for the very center of this flower. I'm gonna think about which colors I haven't used much yet. I haven't used much orange. I think I'll make the inside of my tulip orange. I want to paint it really carefully and really nicely. I want it to look really beautiful. You see that blue spot that was there, how it just covered it? Tempera paint is wonderful because you can paint right on top of other paint. And then my little hint of a flower all the way over here, I think I'll just let that one be blue for now. So I'll just kind of fill in the blue right there. This is my little brush. What kind of details could I add to the background with my little brush that I could fill in later? I could decide that it's a sunny day, and if I'd like, I can add the sun. I'm remembering not to cross that black line, but it's not a big deal if I go a little bit past it. Maybe I would like there to be some little flowers that are in the grass. Or maybe I would like to add some details, like maybe an insect that's flying around. Let's see, I think I'll have a little butterfly right here. Could be a bee. Or maybe there's a bird or an ant. Maybe I'll have a bee right here. Maybe there's a ladybug on one of your leaves. Maybe I'd like there to be sky in my picture and clouds. So I'm going to think about the sky for a second, because what color is the sky? Yeah, the sky is blue. And what color are clouds? So clouds are white and the sky's blue. So you know what I'm going to do? When I add the clouds, I'm going to make the line of the clouds blue, but later I'm going to paint the sky and leave the clouds white. So what kind of details could I add to my flowers? Sometimes flowers have all sorts of patterns on them. Maybe this flower has something that looks almost like a line running across each of its petals. Sometimes flowers might have a dot through the center of their flower. Or sometimes a flower is not just red, it might be kind of red and white striped. So I'm going to think about some details that will help make my flowers really beautiful. Maybe on this flower I'll add some red stripes to the orange. Maybe on my blue flower I'll have a little bit of purple that goes out to the edge. You can just kind of see a little bit of it since my flower's off the page. Maybe the tips of my red flower will be a little yellow. Just a little bit. I'm kind of blending the yellow with the red, so the yellow is not so strong. Maybe I'd like to add details to my leaves as well. I could use a lighter color. Yellow would work well. I could use yellow to draw the veins in my leaves. Or I could have used blue or purple to make the veins in my leaves. Any other details that I can think of that will make my flower picture more beautiful. Let's see, I think I will fill in the yellow on my sun. And then I think I'm ready to do the sky around my flowers. If they aren't dry, tempera dries pretty fast, but if they aren't dry, I can blow on them a little bit to help the outlines of them dry. Because I want to paint that sky right up to the edge of my flowers. Now let's see. We said that the clouds are white and the sky is blue. So I'm going to paint right up to the edge of my clouds, but I'm not going to paint in my clouds, so I can leave them white, but paint the sky around them blue. Just like that. Let's see, I'll do this edge. Again, I want to go all the way to the edge of my paper. I don't want to leave any parts of my paper white unless it's meant to be a white thing, like part of a white flower, for example. I better add to that butterfly later. Do you see how I'm painting right up to the edge of everything? It's okay if my sky gets on things a little bit, or I can do it carefully too. I can go carefully right to the edge. The sky is behind everything, so I want to make sure that I fill in the whole sky behind all of the parts of my picture.